What's up guys, and welcome back to On the Brick with a micro scale Hammerhead. Really quick, we are 10 days away from the deadline to reach 6,500 subscribers and less than 100 subscribers away from that goal. Remember, if we get to 6,500 by April 14th, then I will make a video of me legitimately truly saying thank you 6,500 times. So if you want to see that happen, hit that subscribe button, and why don't you hit that like button too? Because today I have for you one of the best custom builds in a very long time. This is the micro scale Hammerhead from 2Bricks. He also made a micro scale Tantive 4 that I will be showing off shortly. But don't let the micro aspect fool you. This is no small build. While it may only have 619 pieces, 2Bricks uses them extremely effectively. The Hammerhead is over a foot long and about 7 inches tall. While it's not super filled with details, it's also not boring or bland either. In fact, it's kind of funny because this is just smaller than the quote-unquote UCS Hammerhead that I purchased from Jorstad forever ago. And before we get any further, full disclosure here, I did buy the instructions directly from 2Bricks on his Rebrickable page, and I will link to that in the description down below. However, I purchased the kit for this build through Mars Toy. They did not send me any instructions, and I don't think that was actually intentional, but either way, always purchase from the actual designer and support them. So with that, I did have some concerns going into this build, as micro scale tends to lead to some issues. Sometimes, especially when you're building at a smaller scale, in order to get certain angles or certain details, illegal techniques or just outright weird techniques have to be used, oftentimes sacrificing stability. So I was really worried that when putting this together, it would fall apart or crumble or who knows what, but thankfully, no, that never happened at all. There is not a single point on this entire model that is fragile or loose or anything. The entire thing is extremely well designed and quite sturdy. There aren't any illegal techniques used, there aren't any questionable decisions made. The entire thing from start to finish is very pleasant actually. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire build. Another concern of mine is how builds like this tend to be repetitive, and yeah, sure, there is an aspect to that. It is a perfectly mirrored vehicle after all, but even then, it wasn't really that bad. Part of that is because it is micro scale, so you're not building, 25 of the same thing, you're getting it done pretty quickly, but part of that is also because it is just enjoyable to put together. Like I said, there's not a ton of details on here, but there are certainly still some details, like the escape pods down here, or, well, I don't actually know what this thing is, but it's kind of cool. There's also just the rear back here, which has plenty of details, and I think that's supposed to be a gun. And of course the engines, which, going back to my last point, are not boring to build. They might look symmetrical, and while their builds are similar, they're still different enough. I don't think anyone putting this together will get bored. Now, I do wish that there was just a little more detail on the actual engines themselves. Having just the orange cone feels a little weird to me. It feels like it needs one more piece to really pull it all together. That does not make it bad, I just feel like it still needs just a little bit more. And to me, the stand is one of the weirder parts of this build, only because it's so big, but it does counterbalance the entire vehicle and it works perfectly fine. In fact, one of the benefits of non-LEGO is that most of these pieces come in clear, so you could easily change that out if you wanted to, or you can just keep it black because it doesn't really matter. Overall, this is a 10 out of 10 for me across the board. I think the actual build itself was very enjoyable. I think the instructions are incredibly well designed. I think that the stability and everything like that is fantastic. The instructions are a reasonably good price. Seriously, everything about this is absolutely worth checking out. I can't wait to build the Tantive 4, and I'm hoping he builds other micro-scale vehicles that I can check out soon. If because it's absolutely worth it. So again, I'll link to his Rebrickable in the description down below. Make sure you check him out, give him some support, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can get to 6,500 subscribers. We've been growing a lot, and I would actually really like to make that video. Yes, it's dumb, but I think it would be really funny. So if you want to see that happen, please hit that subscribe button. Consider hitting that like button as well if you liked what you saw today. And for further support, you can always join my wonderful patrons who help make videos like this possible, including people like Shiny Mimikyu. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.